The United States champion looking him down. Roode trying to play Dream's own games against him. She'll tap Asuka out and she'll walk out of WrestleMania with the Raw Women's Championship. To Asuka, she is ready. Skill with a world title from behind. Roman Reigns feeling oh so confident. It's the Undertaker with Hell in a Cell. Undertaker has just shown Roman Reigns his resting place. Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Monday Night Raw. It is the Go Home edition of Monday Night Raw. It is the last episode of Raw before WrestleMania. This has always had the tradition of being a big one, and I don't think it's going to be any more different here tonight. We are, for some reason, in the Philippines for this one. Not too sure why Dredge wanted this to happen, but yeah, nothing like going to a former US colony for a US title match. That really gets the mood across. Later on this evening, the Velveteen Dream will challenge Bobby Roode for the United States Championship. These two men have been at each other's throats for the last few weeks, and that's going to be a huge match this evening. There's no doubt about it. Cannot wait to see how that one goes, but also cannot wait to see how this one goes. Two legends of the industry facing one-on-one this evening. The Undertaker faces Hiroshi Tanahashi. My, oh my, what a match this is going to be. Something to behold, something to remember for years to come as those two men will do battle. But as for right now, to commence this evening's action, the Undertaker comes towards the ring. Ready, I imagine, with quite a lot to say after what we saw last week. The ending, the conclusion to Monday Night Raw left us with a lot to think about. A lot to ponder over. The Hell in a Cell coming down around Roman Reigns and the Undertaker standing there. That was something to behold on that evening. And now with a microphone in hand, the Undertaker could begin his message, saying there is nothing but time on the line for Roman Reigns. He is an aspiring man hoping for a big career. But after WrestleMania, he will not be aspiring. His career will be over. Roman Reigns does not know what he's getting himself into. He thinks he lives in a world where he is the very best, but at WrestleMania, he is going to find out that he is wrong. The Undertaker already sending his statement to Roman Reigns this evening, saying he's a soul lost to his own ways, a man who thinks the stars of himself will learn at WrestleMania. There's a trip to hell waiting for him. He is another name in the record books of the dead man, another gravestone in the yard, another soul to add to the urn. Undertaker wants the blood of Roman Reigns at WrestleMania because he's going down on a long, dark, deep journey, a one-way ticket down it, because there is a matter of time before himself and Reigns meet inside the demonic structure, the dead man's playground. Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns will rest in peace. The Undertaker and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, contested inside Hell in a Cell. A match that is going to take the attention on that evening. A huge match. A match that has become about war, about hatred, and nothing else. Roman Reigns set the promise of retiring the dead man at WrestleMania. Marty Scurll said the same. The Undertaker goes into his playground at WrestleMania. The Undertaker will take the soul of Roman Reigns at WrestleMania if he sees fit, if he has it in him. There may be no title on the line. There definitely isn't any respect on the line. But what is on the line is the chance for the Undertaker to have sweet, sweet victory over Roman Reigns on that evening. A night that is without a doubt going to be a big one. A night that is without a doubt going to be one that you do not want to miss. WrestleMania just 6 days away from the grandest stage of them all. And it doesn't get any more grand than what we've got this year, let's be real. Monday Night Raw with 2 title matches tonight, 2 title matches at WrestleMania, and a Hell in a Cell awaiting us. The first title match of the evening coming up in just a moment. Triple threat tag team match for the World Tag Team titles. This one, a very interesting scenario we find ourselves in, and I think it's going to be a very interesting scenario throughout this whole evening. What will Roman Reigns' reaction be to the fact that he now knows come WrestleMania he will have to stand across from The Undertaker inside the very structure that he was locked in at the end of last week's episode of Monday Night Raw? How will Roman Reigns be able to cope with that ideology? How will Reigns and Taker have had their battles before. Reigns has come out on top before. But inside Hell in a Cell, that's a completely different ball game. The Undertaker is an unstoppable animal in that structure. He is a machine possessed when it comes to Hell in a Cell. We're all very quickly going to learn that that is the case. Roman Reigns especially. That is then, though. This is now. We'll talk about that later on in the evening, I imagine. As for right now, it is time to commence with the first title match of the evening and the first match of the evening as well. The Authors of Pain, the World Tag Team Champions, heading towards the ring as they look to defend their titles against Sami Zayn and Cesaro, along with the duo of Shelton Benjamin and Lars Sullivan. A very interesting predicament the Authors of Pain find themselves in, there's no doubt about it. How will they be able to counter this matchup, I wonder? This is not going to be like the Guilty as Charged Triple Threat Tag Team match you saw. Guilty as Charged, it was an elimination match with, of course, if one person, with 5 eliminations necessary to pick up the win. This is not going to be like that. This is going to be first team to get a pinfall wins. So whereas by the end of the Guilty as Charged match it was a one-on-one between Chris Jericho and Harper, this time it'll just be the first team to get a pinfall in this ring will walk out with the World Tag Team titles. The Authors of Pain going to have to go it alone as well with no Drake Maverick, but I imagine they're going to be feeling quite confident about themselves between the victories they've sustained as of late and the end of last week's, is it tag match or was it a singles match? Can't remember off the top of my head. It was a singles match. Yes, after Sami Zayn beat Lars Sullivan, the Authors of Pain stormed the ring, knocked out Zayn and Cesaro first. Sullivan was still recovering on the outside. Shelton Benjamin was but a passenger to the last chapter. The World Tag Team Champions head into this with an awful load of momentum, which is necessary because they've only got a 1/3 chance of winning this match and a 2/3 chance of losing that tag team title. Of course, something else to remember is that this became a triple threat tag team match because in the tag team match between Benjamin, Sullivan, Cesaro and Zayn, it ended in a double countout. There was no winner. Hardly the first time that one's happened in Monday Night Raw as of late. And instead of having another match as we saw with Roman Reigns and Hiroshi Tanahashi heading into WrestleMania season, Dredge decided to throw the big guns on the go-home show, a triple threat tag team match, and the chance for this man to win his first strap of tag team gold. The Freak Lars Sullivan looking for his first strap this year. It's not been as strong of a year for him, but then again he doesn't have the Raw General Manager by his side like he did 12 months ago. That being said, Sullivan heads towards the ring right now, focused and determined. The 2-time United States Champion. Definitely going to be a match for the Authors of Pain. You want someone who's going to take them to the very limit? Well, here is that man. Lars Sullivan is going to drive them right to the very edge. He's going to be forcing the absolute very best out of them. He's going to be taking them to the absolute limit. It's going to be a hard match for these guys to overcome. And this is a hard opponent for them to overcome as well. Be it Akam, be it Razor, Cesaro or Zayn, you cannot ignore just how tough Lars Sullivan is. Allied himself with Shelton Benjamin just for the reason of double the people to beat up in tag team matches. He stands here right now looking to take tag team gold home with him. Here we go. This match is underway. As I said, first team to get a pinfall or submission will be the World Tag Team Champions. So keep your eye on this one. Going to be a very interesting evening. A lot of matches to come our way, and as well in this match, if you're a lot of focus to pay, a lot of attention that needs to be paid essentially, because this is not going to be an easy match to call. Pretty much 3 singles matches in the ring. A hard job for the referee to take part in as well. See what happens here is a pop-up drop kick by Sami Zayn there. To the outside has gone Shelton Benjamin. Sami Zayn right now unloading away on Cesaro. I believe that one is in the turnbuckle there. Oh! Cesaro with a heavy close down to the turnbuckle. Shelton Benjamin and Sullivan staying out of harm's way for a moment there. Those knees from Lars Sullivan right into the head of Akam. Cesaro coming in though with a hard lariat and making the save. Sullivan goes out of the ring. Benjamin and Zayn doing battle, but the Authors of Pain are the only team right now fully standing in the ring. They watch Sami Zayn take those shots into the turnbuckle right up to his feet, in all fairness. Slammed down are Benjamin and Zayn. No such luck for them there. Cesaro and Sullivan locking horns once again. Sullivan rolls out to the apron here. Counter. Oh my goodness. Cesaro run down, as to, I believe, was Akam. And he swipes the leg there, standing up on the apron now is the freak Lars Sullivan. Zayn goes charging towards him and gets absolutely destroyed by that clothesline. Benjamin caught with a powerbomb toss and dumped to the outside as a result of it. The Authors of Pain definitely standing on a very high pedestal in this match right now. But of course, what is important for them to remember is they don't have to be involved in the final decision. They don't have to be pinned or submitted to lose those tag team titles. As I believe that's Cesaro rolls out of the ring, in the ring, straight jacket power bomb for Akam. Oh, blue thunder bomb as well by Zayn. Benjamin, super kick, didn't get all of it, but enough to bring Akam off his feet there. Sullivan into the turnbuckle. Zayn could be thinking, however, the kick got countered. There was an uppercut. It's all kicking off right now. Benjamin with pay dirt to Akam. Cover there, but Sullivan and Benjamin in to break it up. Cesaro stands alone. This should be where Benjamin and Sullivan just take charge of the match and try and finish things off. Oh, Cesaro on Benjamin. He's got it locked in. Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter applied. Sullivan hasn't seen it. But Akam did, and he makes the save. Into the turnbuckle goes Cesaro there, courtesy of Akam. Sullivan taking out the leg of Cesaro, and Cesaro getting a heavy backdrop, as to will Sullivan now, courtesy of Akam. My God, what a difference maker Akam was in those few moments there, kicking the gut now. Oh, Zayn catching the referee. It was just a matter of coincidence that one occurred. Backbreaker there by Cesaro. Oh, look out. Big slam for Zayn incoming. No, lands on his feet. Great bit of work by Sami Zayn. Meanwhile, deadlift gut wrench suplex from Cesaro. Sullivan recovering on the outside. And there are only 2 teams standing in the ring right now. Cesaro, though, locked on to an old rival in Shelton Benjamin in the ring. Zayn in the turnbuckle. Might be thinking haluva kick. Never really know. Can strike it from out of the blue. Gets decked, though, with a short arm lariat. And, oh, Benjamin into the apron there. Sullivan returning to the ring now. Gonna clobber down there by Akam. Headbutt for good measure. Gutbuster to Zayn as well. AOP. doing what is necessary of tag team champions, taking control of the situation. Remember, this is only the first match of the evening. Plenty more to come our way, but we could have new tag team champions as a result of that uppercut from Cesaro. No, took too long. And Akam getting up to his feet. Oh, but wait a minute. Cesaro and Zayn controlling the ring. Cesaro going to look for the sharpshooter. Not happening. Blue Thunderbomb to Sullivan. Big boot as Cesaro goes down. Into the cover goes Zayn now, but he's stopped there. Benjamin was getting up to his feet anyway. Benjamin gets countered. The only man standing in this match right now with any kind of dominance going for him is Akam. Breaking up the pin there he was as well. Razor returning towards the ring now. Sami Zayn in a lot of trouble. Big slam to Benjamin. Sullivan clubbers Razor down and he falls to the outside only briefly. Haluva kick! Haluva kick by Zayn, but oh, that is strategy from Sullivan. Rolls to the outside, but AOP control the ring now. AOP in control of the ring, and Akam can end things here. Cesaro trying to pull himself up to his feet. Big power bomb from Akam. Razor will put a stop to Cesaro's intervention. Sami Zayn couldn't make the save. And the Authors of Pain have done it. Still World Tag Team Champions, AOP. Cesaro and Zayn were the closest to making the save. But time prevented Zayn, and Razor prevented Cesaro. Akam got the pin. And the victory for the Authors of Pain. Benjamin pinned. Sullivan on the outside couldn't make the save as a victim of the Haluva kick. What a way to start things off here on this final edition of Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania. But still the World Tag Team Champions, the Authors of Pain. A very good way to kick things off here. But coming up next, it's a pretty kind of a solemn match up next, as we will have the final match of Gail Kim's career. She announced with no WrestleMania in sight in her career, hardly getting better. Matter of fact, well, you know, it's going more and more downhill. Gail Kim decided now was the time to hang up the boots, and she said she wanted to do that by taking on a woman of the future. She wanted to take on a woman who will fly the flag of Monday Night Raw's women's division for a time to come. I do not know who that is, and I don't think neither does Gail Kim either. But what we do know is that Kim is ready to go in this one. One last time, Gail Kim will compete here. Winner of the first ever Queen of the Ring tournament. Never able to claim the titles that she sought out for in this universe, but she came awfully close so many times. But her legacy in women's wrestling is still well known. And her opponent for this evening is definitely someone who's going to fly the flag high from the Mae Young Classic. It's none other than Dakota Kai. Quarter-finalist in that tournament. And certainly caught the eye of the Raw General Manager in that tournament as well. Dakota Kai, given the chance of a lifetime on Monday Night Raw. What a chance this is for her. What a chance indeed. And as Gail Kim's final opponent as well, that has got to mean a lot to this woman. Dakota Kai finally makes it to the big stages on Monday Night Raw. And as Gail Kim closes the door behind her, or is set to close the door behind her, Dakota Kai is opening the door to make her debut on Monday Night Raw. And here we go. She had an incredible match with Candice LeRae in the quarterfinals of the Mae Young Classic. And now here this evening, these two women will battle for the first and the last time as well. Dakota Kai and Gail Kim. As Kim's final match, this is without a doubt a woman who's going to be a future prospect to women's wrestling. There's no denying it. But Gail Kim wants to go out with one final win. Oh, big forearm in the face though from Dakota Kai. Chopping away here. These women trading strikes in the early goings of this match in the turnbuckle. Now we go. Kai though, unable to capitalize early on. Jawbreaker though to Gail Kim. Kai picking up Gail Kim now. Big bulldog. Playing it safe with her moves. She knows the veteran the veteran ways that Gail Kim could be a big difference maker. Double kicks in the back there by Dakota Kai. You know what she's softening up that back for as well. You know what she wants to hit later on in this match. Oh! Well, there's a big knee right in the face right there for Gail Kim to take on board. Cover made. Kick out of one. Oh, look at this now from Kai. Kicks in the ribs. Oh! That's not going to help out for the big move of Dakota Kai that she'll look to use to win this matchup. And I'll tell you one thing now. So much of these moves she's doing are hurting that back. There's another one. Kick in the back. Reverse DDT. We all know what this is setting up towards. And Dakota Kai is just wrestling a style of match right now that Gail Kim just does not have the counter for. Oh, Kim evaded there though. Forearm in the back. Kim trying to get into a quick offense of her own. Look at that. She's not going down without a fight. Big slap in the face to Gail Kim. Flying forearm though from Kai. Oh, this is a big one for Dakota Kai. There's no denying it. She knows what's at stake. She knows this is a great way to kick off her career. Big run up. Big boot in the corner. Dakota Kai got all of it. And scraping the boot across the veteran's face as well. Kai wants the very best out of Gail Kim here. She wants to close out by saying she beat one of the best women's wrestlers of all time at her very best. And I'll tell you one thing is for certain. Kai is controlling this match without a shadow of a doubt right now. Irish whip off the ropes. Couldn't connect with what she wanted though. Forearm in the face. Suplex attempt. Wait a minute. Kim slips out of it. Good work there. This is where Kim needs to get something going. Otherwise, she could be in big trouble. Snap mitt from snap mitt from Dakota Kai. Kim now though. Quickly up to her feet. Look at how quickly she broke things out of it. She broke out of that one. Kim needs a few minutes to get going, and she might be about to do that right now. Or she might be about to be stopped in her tracks. Chiropractor. Chiropractor to Gail Kim, and a career ends while Dakota Kai begins. Your winner on her Monday Night Raw debut, Dakota Kai, and the chiropractor on stage for us all to see. A thing of beauty. An absolutely incredible move as Kai celebrates the win, though it's short-lived. She hands the ring off to Gail Kim, who takes a microphone in her hand one last time. A victory lap almost for Gail Kim. And as Kim takes the mic one last time, she sends the message to everyone who has ever cheered or booed her, whatever the reaction. She came out to fight every single night. Tonight is her last match. Tonight she announces her retirement, but it is time for the future of women's wrestling to take over. Gail Kim says it's their stage, and it's time to own it. A career of one of the very greatest comes to an end. Gail Kim puts her boots up one last time. Congratulations, Gail Kim. You were a trailblazer for the women. There's no denying that one, but we must move on here to our next women's matchup of the evening. With WrestleMania just around the corner, it's time for the Raw Women's Champion to compete here tonight. Asuka in action. She takes on Natalya. We saw last week a very interesting talking to essentially from Ronda Rousey to Asuka, in which she said that she had respect for the champion. There was no doubt about it. But come WrestleMania, the respect would go out of the window, and she would do everything that it took to be the Raw Women's Champion. She wasn't afraid to take that title away from Asuka. She knew she was ready to take it from her. So with that being said, Asuka's retaliation can come here tonight. Her response to Asuka, her response to Ronda Rousey rather, can be done in the ring just how she would like it to. Natalya awaits the arrival of the Raw Women's Champion, as she has held that right for heading into WrestleMania. I believe it'll be at 6 months. Asuka as the Raw Women's Champion, heading towards the ring. Is this the final time on Monday Night Raw, though, that we'll see Asuka with that Raw Women's Championship around her waist? She has taken on all comers, and she has beaten them. Becky Lynch at Survivor Series, Rosemary at Armageddon, Kairi Sane at the Royal Rumble, and Jordynne Grace at Battleground. Now comes the next one, the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. It's a big match between those two women, and it'll end one way or another. One of those two women are going to make the other tap out. That's the way I see it ending, and it's going to be a great one. We are in for a great night of women's wrestling come WrestleMania. It's going to be a huge one. Asuka against Ronda Rousey in the 6-woman ladder match as well for the SmackDown Women's title. A huge night of wrestling for the women once more, and they get to make their huge statement on the grandest stage of them all. As for this evening, Natalya given an important chance here, a vital chance essentially for her, as she gets to go in the ring against the Raw Women's Champion just 6 days before the grandest stage of them all. We'll get to see what kind of mindset Asuka is at, where she is. You know, if what Ronda Rousey has said at all has had an impact on her head at all, if she's thinking a little bit differently, if she's acting a little bit differently, maybe. We're going to find out all of that very soon indeed. Big forearm in the back there by Asuka. And again, they're pulling in Natalya right now, but Natalya, of course, a Hart, well trained in the Hart Dungeon, and a heavy knee in the back to Asuka as well. Ronda Rousey going to be watching this one on, taking some last minute notes, jotting down some, maybe what Asuka's actions are like. And I mean, just 6 days before the grandest stage of them all, that is, you know, there's a good reason to do something like that. There's a good reason to try and see what your opponent is doing so close to the big day. That's Sunday in New Orleans, WrestleMania. Going to be a damn big one. Asuka going to work on the arm right now. Follows through with a knee right down on the arm there. Natalya feeling that one in the early stages of this matchup. Went for the kick there. Countered by Natalya. Backs up against the ropes. Asuka replies with a forearm. Again looks for the kick. Natalya counters up against the rope. And again Asuka counters. This time with a kick. Turns around Natalya. Oh, and some heavy knees in the small of the back. Reverse DDT as well. Drives Natalya down into the mat. Just like Dakota Kai a moment before, following up with some heavy kicks as well. This is all Asuka right now, the Raw Women's Champion, doing as she pleases here. This back suplex there by Asuka. Looks for the kick again. Natalya counters it once more. Irish whip off the ropes for Asuka. Oh, knee in the gut there for Natalya to contend with. And a Michinoku driver that follows. Asuka is on point. Natalya hops up to her feet and counters the back suplex as well. Asuka going to the outside. I don't think the Raw Women's Champion was quite prepared for that one, in all honesty. And Ronda Rousey, wherever she's watching on from, might have a little smirk on her face after seeing that. Elbows from Asuka get her way out of that one, and back in the ring we go now. Natalya slow to get back in the ring. That may benefit Asuka a little bit, maybe, as she goes right back to work on the arm here. Natalya may well be a submission specialist, but you can never, ever discount the wrath of the Asuka lock, and it might not be that far away. There's the flying tackle from Asuka. Flying hip tackle. And there may only be one move left, and this could be the fate of Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. No matter the offense she takes when this move is locked in, you're in trouble. Asuka lock applied. Natalya kicking, squirming, and tapping. Asuka wins over Natalya. And that is something that Ronda Rousey needs to be oh so aware of as we head into WrestleMania. And speak of it, Ronda Rousey making her way down the entrance ramp and into the ring. The WrestleMania opponents staring each other down one last time, and Asuka looked her in the eyes and walked past her. Ronda Rousey disrespected by Asuka once again. The Raw Women's Champion doing everything she can to frustrate the baddest woman on the planet as we head to the grandest stage of them all. That is pretty big right there, but not as big as what we've got coming up next. United States Championship on the line. Velveteen Dream, Bobby Roode. Let's get into it. Oh, plenty to discuss in just a blink of an eye. Ronda Rousey trying to see what she'll get from the Raw Women's Champion one last time before WrestleMania, and Asuka just looked her in the eyes, didn't react, and moved on her way. Asuka not even batting an eyelid to what was said from Ronda Rousey last week. If that proves anything, it proves that Asuka does not fear Ronda Rousey, and I imagine that is felt the same way. Ronda Rousey does not fear Asuka. What a meeting we're in for. That is going to be a great one. But anyway, we move on to our big match of the evening here. Big title match of the evening here. Second one we've seen this evening, and you see the robe of Velveteen Dream, and that is the mind games that have been played. Velveteen Dream has done everything he can to get under the skin of Bobby Roode heading into this title match. He forced Roode to play his own hands. He forced Roode to ask for the match, to demand the match against the Velveteen Dream. And he got just what he wanted. And that made a big impact in the psyche of Velveteen Dream, because it gave him the advantage that he wanted. 2 weeks ago, Bobby Roode put the title match out there. Last week, Bobby Roode tried to imitate Velveteen Dream by coming out towards the ring and trying to get in the Dream's skin. And I don't think it would have quite worked. There has been far better mind games played by the Velveteen Dream. That was the first move. The robe of the glorious one in the purple of Velveteen Dream. That was his first play. His big play, though, we saw just moments before Bobby Roode demanded the title match, when he put on the glorious DDT to win a match. That would have riled up Bobby Roode. That would have probably been the final straw, the final bit to break the camel's back. And as Velveteen Dream stands in the ring, he finally gets the crack at the title that he has craved. The title that is around the waist of Bobby Roode. This one's going to be a heated one, and a personal one certainly for Bobby Roode. He has been mocked. He has been impersonated. And that has a chance to all come to an end right here, right now. He has a chance to take it all away from Bobby Roode, from the Velveteen Dream, to end Dream's undefeated streak on Monday Night Raw, and to remain the United States Champion as he has now for 3 months. Bobby Roode knows what he's got himself into here. He's been in physical matches an awful lot. Roode is a very successful man within this universe. Television Championship, Intercontinental Championship, 2-time United States Champion, former WWE Champion as well. Bobby Roode has seen and been through an awful lot in this universe. And that continues on again tonight. Has he been in a match quite like this one? He's been in physical altercations, such as ones with Aleister Black, but he's never been in a one where he's had his own games used against him, where he's been impersonated, where almost as the champion, he's the one on the back foot in this manner, because it's Velveteen Dream, who I would argue has all the confidence, has all the point to prove, has all the ego in the world. It is Bobby Roode who, when you look at it, kind of has an uphill climb, because if Dream is the one who's psyching out Bobby Roode, if Dream is the one who is forcing Roode to make these title matches happen, if Dream was the one who forced Roode to make this match happen here tonight, without even winning a #1 contenders match, that's a huge advantage for Dream, and that's something that Roode needs to realize in this match right now. He can't let himself get psyched up. He can't let himself be outplayed mentally, because if he does, if he falls for the games of the Velveteen Dream, I would argue he's kissing that United States Championship goodbye. Roode needs to wrestle his own style of match, make sure he's the one dictating the pace, and then strap on that glorious DDT, drive Dream's head into the mat, and walk out with the United States Championship. Velveteen Dream needs to hope that what has worked over these last 3-4 weeks works again here tonight. If it does, yes, there's a new United States Champion. If it doesn't, I think Roode will pip him. I think Roode's got a great mindset, a veteran-style mindset that'll give him the success necessary if Dream's plans fail. And it's down to Bobby Roode to make sure that Dream's plans fail. As I said, if they don't, there's a new United States Champion in town. Here we go, Dream versus Roode, United States Championship on the line. We get things underway, and Dream hits the outside immediately. I think trying to goad Roode in here. Trying to make him play his games early on. Trying to see what he can do against Bobby Roode in the early goings. Slides inside the ring, as does Roode. And oh, the referee caught up there in the confusion of it all. I think Dream was looking to catch Roode off guard as he was coming back in the ring, but the referee got in the way of that one. Dream's plan backfiring in the early goings there. Bobby Roode now, though, and Velveteen Dream locking horns. Big backbreaker out of the gates by Bobby Roode. Let's see what kind of style he'll look to wrestle for. Velveteen Dream in quickly with a German suplex. I've said it before, Dream has only lost twice in this universe, and that's both to the same man, NXT champion Tyler Bate. Dream has an incredible track record in this universe, and that has to add to the problems of Bobby Roode as well, because he knows he's a damn good wrestler. There's no denying it. But so too is the Velveteen Dream. He's only lost twice. He's only been pinned twice, and only one man has been able to pull that off as well. There's a chip on Dream's shoulder with a streak like that. There's for certain. Good suplex there. Dream turning him round. German suplex covers him again. Early kick out though from the United States Champion. Dream, I think, just trying to get a feeling for what he can do early on in this match. What can and can't work right now. Counter to the big boot there. Backstabber from Roode. Can't capitalize on it though. Dream up to his feet, but caught with that hard shot. Dream rolls out of the way. Clothesline. Look at this now. Roode is getting aggressive. This is kind of how Roode needs to fight. You know, he knows his own style very well, and he's working over the back of the Velveteen Dream. I think that's smart. Work over the back, and you stop Dream being able to do a lot of the high-octane offense he can do. Think about it. Rainmaker DDT is going to be harder to hit. Working over the neck for the glorious DDT. Purple Rainmaker might not even be able to get it. That Death Valley driver as well of Dreams is going to take so much out of him if he tries it. If Roode keeps on working over the back, as he looked to do so there. Dream countered, gets the drop kick. I don't think he got all of it, to be honest, but he got enough of it to send Bobby Roode off his feet. A very interesting back and forth matchup right now for the United States title. Wait a minute. Back suplex on the apron. A heavy hit for Bobby Roode. As we go back in the ring there, the momentum of the match has changed in an instant. Bobby Roode now on the back foot. Velveteen Dream now the one in charge, I would imagine. Dream in. Death Valley driver from Dream. Covers Roode for the title. Oh, close already. Kick out at 2. From Bobby Roode. Is Velveteen Dream thinking about it already? Oh, I thought he was thinking that Purple Rainmaker we saw against Goto last week. Roode, Spinebuster. Spinebuster to Dream. caught him out of the blue with it, countered the double axe handle to retain the title. Dream kicks out at 2, and you can see the frustration on Roode's face. He wants to win, and he may well do it right here. Velveteen Dream could get shot up. Glorious DDT, countered. Look at the strength of Dream. Caught the leg, slammed him down. Top rope from Dream. Is it going to be Purple Rainmaker from up high? No, he's calling Bobby Roode to his feet here. Not thinking it's time. Crossbody, overshot. Scrape the head. Of Bobby Roode, and as a result of that, Roode back up to his feet, Roode back into the fight, and Roode! Glorious DDT! Plunged Dream into the mat to retain the US title! Dream kicked out at 1, and Roode's expression told the whole story. Cover again, and another kick out at 1. Velveteen Dream had that move scouted. I don't think Bobby Roode had done enough either to finish Velveteen Dream off, but I was not expecting a kick out at 1. That has to knock Roode's confidence. That has to knock it. Up on the top rope now for Roode. This could be dangerous. Back elbow there gets him out of jeopardy. From up high. Big blockbuster. And down goes Velveteen Dream. The glorious pose from Roode. And why not? It was a great move, but he needs to stay on focus right now. How much of his psyche was knocked by that early of a kick out of the glorious DDT is a big question to ask right now. Shinlock there from Bobby Roode. Covers Dream after it. Looking, hoping to have retained the title, but still can't get more than a 1 count on Dream. The Spinebuster got 2. That's a very weird thought. Lifting him up to his feet once again. Roode in now. Kicking the gut though by Dream. Dream. Rainmaker DDT. Spiking Roode's head into the mat. But oh, still only a 1 count. That might knock the psyche of Dream a little bit as well. Neck crank, and Dream taking things up a little notch now. Lining up at the top rope here. Dream gonna fly. Big splash from the Velveteen Dream. That Rainmaker DDT definitely could have turned things around in this matchup. Dream in the turnbuckle now. Walking out of it. Death Valley driver. Dream feeling the effects of this match. But Dream is in. Glorious DDT to Bobby Roode. His own move used against him. Glorious DDT on the champion himself. Roode is down and maybe out. Dream. Purple Rainmaker. 1, 2. The Velveteen Dream is United States champion. He played the psyche games. He broke Roode down mentally and beat him physically. Velveteen Dream has done it. Within a month of joining Monday Night Raw, there's a new United States champion in town. And his name is the Velveteen Dream. Dream has done it. He has beaten the Glorious One. He has claimed the United States title. What a moment for this young man. Velveteen Dream, the new United States champion. What a match that was as well. Beaten was Bobby Roode, beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I would love to keep on talking about what that victory would mean for the Velveteen Dream, but it's time to move on to what is going to be an incredible match. As we await WrestleMania, we get a WrestleMania caliber match for the final match on the final Raw before WrestleMania. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus The Undertaker. The Ace heads towards the ring. He awaits to face Marty Scurll this Sunday at WrestleMania. We saw him fall victim to the assault of Scurll last week as he prepared for his match against Roman Reigns. But you see the fight of the Ace, the drive of the Ace as he prepares for this Sunday. He wants to fight again. He wants to fight some of the very best, and he's getting that right now as he competes against The Undertaker. But the big question is Tanahashi recovered from that attack last week? A belt in the back of the head and then a belt right in his face. He was definitely worked over, kicked in the head as well by Scurll. The world champion looked to do everything in his power to hurt Hiroshi Tanahashi. Whether or not we succeeded, I don't think we'll know. Tanahashi, I think, has too much pride within him to admit when he's hurt. But I'll tell you one thing that Tanahashi's going to need right now, and that is eyes in the back of his head, but 20/20 vision in the front. Because this is a man who you can't turn your focus away from for a moment. What a match this is going to be as Undertaker prepares for Hell in a Cell, as Tanahashi prepares for Marty Scurll. These two men will do battle right now. Or will they? Or will they? That's Roman Reigns! Reigns! Through the shadows! From behind on The Undertaker! The fight has kicked off on the entrance ramp. Reigns heeded the message of The Undertaker earlier on. And he is letting The Undertaker know that he will not rest in peace this Sunday. Undertaker and Reigns fighting once again. And here we go once more, scrapping it out on the ramp. Just how they did 2 weeks ago. Roman Reigns sending The Undertaker into the LED board there. Hiroshi Tanahashi watching on in the ring right now. There's nothing the Ace can do as The Undertaker and Reigns fight it out. They're brawling all up the ramp, and it wouldn't surprise me if they brawl backstage once again. There'll be nothing to stop them this Sunday at the Sub. Wait a minute, through the crowd came Scurll. Through the crowd came Marty Scurll. And he starts to assault Hiroshi Tanahashi in the ring. Tanahashi was caught off guard, and Scurll obliterating him now. As Reigns and Taker have brawled backstage, once again, Scurll on Tanahashi, super kick! Super kick, and a weakened Ace is in deep, deep jeopardy. Scurll gonna look to plant him. Scurll gonna look to make him tap out before WrestleMania. Might be thinking chicken wing. Tanahashi at the counter. Tanahashi at the counter. The Ace is fighting back. Dragon suplex. Scurll tries to block it. Straight jacket instead. And Tanahashi can overcome Scurll once again. A preview for WrestleMania. High fly flow. The Ace plants Scurll. With just 6 days until WrestleMania, Tanahashi throws Scurll out of the ring and takes a microphone into his hand. The Ace is on top right now. The Ace with plenty to say, saying that time is up at WrestleMania. The heart of Japanese pro wrestling, the heart of the fans that come out and cheer for Tanahashi will be felt by Scurll. He will feel the power of the Ace, because at WrestleMania, in the eyes of Tanahashi, in the eyes of this crowd, it will be the end of the villain and the start of the Ace of Raw. Tanahashi speaks out for the first time, and a final vision we have before WrestleMania. Chaos on Raw. Which way will it go this Sunday at WrestleMania?